A lot of people ask about Melucine. What is Melucine? Well, basically, Melucine is Vinegar Syndrome's sister company, and it is sort of an umbrella of erotica. We launched Melucine August of 2023 for a handful of reasons. Primarily, we have such a large collection of erotica that it was time to sort of funnel them into sub-brands and kind of separate them from their mainstream counterparts. How did we get the name Melucine? So we were thinking of things like, something about nitrate or silver cyanide. These are just names I remember that had to do with it came up. But none of them really worked. And Joe approached me and said, well, the name is Melucine. And then for weeks, I'm thinking, wait, Mucinex, mescaline? What the fuck is this? What's in a name? And before I knew it, I never said it wrong again. Melucine rolls off my tongue now. The Melucine, which is essentially like a female spirit in the shape of a serpent, often depicted as a mermaid. And the reality is that we couldn't really come up with anything better. And we had time limits. We had to get this built out. We had to get the website designed. We had to come up with a logo. People would ask me, well, what are we doing? What is Melucine? So I would take a piece of cardboard and I would just start showing them because it was that much easier. Melucine.com is our marketplace. It's our website. It's the name of the Vinegar Syndrome sister company. It's also our 4K brand, sort of our flagship brand. These are Melucine releases. What it means is if it has our Melucine logo on it, it means it's a 4K UHD. It is a movie that is the cream of the crop of adult film. A movie that could stand by itself and be released in 4K and sell enough to justify the cost of releasing it in 4K. Then we have over here, we have Quality X. What makes it a Quality X? It's strong enough to stand alone. Now, we do have some double features, but really Quality X Pix is a throwback. Here's a VHS tape. You can see the logo, Quality X Video Cassette Company, and you could certainly see that same logo on our Blu-ray releases of the Quality X line. These movies had strong plots, great producers and directors, a strong casting crew. These same people were working on, the actors were working off Broadway, they were doing commercials, they were moonlighting in adult. I didn't think they knew how big it was what they were doing, but they could stand alone by themselves. And sort of the line was meant to be built around that. And there's I think we're up to 16 or 17 releases since August of 23 in Quality X Pix. And you'll see it with the QX logo on it. Again, very proud of this release because a lot of it comes from Distribpix. Films by Chuck Vincent, Radley Metzger stuff could be in this line. And that doesn't mean they don't get a 4K scan, but they're not released in 4K. So we have Melucine, you've seen Quality X Pix. Well, now we have Command Cinema. What is Command Cinema? Well, it's Cecil Howard's erotica. And that could be a Blu-ray release, a 4K release, double features, triple features, but anything that is Command Cinema means it's the erotica of Cecil Howard. And Cecil Howard was an amazing guy. We were lucky enough to start working with him in 2015, 2016. Really enjoy working on this line. It adds a lot. But I think now you could start seeing how we're breaking down the different brands of Melucine. Well, we've got the Melucine marketplace. We've got Melucine, which we showed you, Quality X, Command Cinema. Over here, we have Picarama. Picarama are double features, triple features that are curated by director or theme. And, it's what I think people knew us for. So as you've seen here, we have the Melucine, Quality X Pix, Command Cinema, Picarama, and now we're going to get to my personal favorite, the Distribpix releases. And what makes a Distribpix release? Well, it's sexploitation, meaning it's anything erotic that is not XXX. It could be Blu-rays, it could be double features, it could be triple features. But what I love about Distribpix and what's unique about Distribpix is Distribpix was the name of the company that my father and Howard Farber started in the mid-60s as a production house for inexpensive black and white sexual melodramas by up-and-coming amazing directors like Joe Sarno and the Amaro brothers, Michael and Roberta Finley, Ron Sullivan. This brand is a co-brand between Something Weird and Distribpix. Mike Vraney, who was the founder of Something Weird Video, Mike was responsible for a lot of cinema being preserved. So we decided that since a lot of these movies originally came out on home video, by Something Weird Video, we would get so much farther by branding and working with Lisa, which we do. They all come in the outer case with the 40-page perfect bound book because the archive is so rich in history and there's so much ephemera. My father said, Distribpix built the porn industry one pubic hair at a time. Every film exposed a little bit more, and they saw how they could push the censors until inevitably, your movies became full-blown, X-rated, and then there really wasn't a need to be careful anymore. And that was sort of, in a weird way, the death of sexploitation. So as you see, and then we have down here, we have other labels, and these are like sub-labels or potentially even partner labels. We have Pulse Video, which is a counterpart in France, and there are 2 new lines coming to Melusine.com before 2026. We will actually have releases. One of them is the infamous Mitchell Brothers Film Group, which we have obtained full rights. We now own the Mitchell Brothers Film Library. And another one is called the Pink Line, which is Japanese Nikatsu-style films. Something that I'm really excited about, we at Distribpix, in association with Ashley West of the Realtor Report, have obtained worldwide exclusive rights to the films of Radley Metzger, the entire library. So over the next several years, you will start seeing these films roll out in these brands, particularly Melucine, the 4K UHD brand, because those films really are amazing sellers. I've been in the business about 20 years now. And for a lot of time, I wouldn't be nearly as productive. I would slave to get 1 or 2 movies done. And I really love the opportunity that I've been given. I always say this, people have probably heard me say it before. We have a great team here. I always explain it. It's a chain. Everybody's a different link. You do what you're good at. You're a strong link. You hand it to the next strong link. It works itself around the chain. You got a beautiful package, you start the next one. No one gets exhausted. It's just, you just keep churning and burning, and that's kind of what it is with everything here. So I love the opportunity. I hope this generates a little bit of understanding for people who didn't really know what we did. Releasing strong films, that's what we strive for. And I just love being a part of this company and, moving forward. I'm excited actually to round off the next second half of 2025. I saw the schedule for 2026 and it's exciting. So I'm really happy about that, and we hope you enjoy what we're doing.